Have you tried tapping or emotional freedom techniques? My name is Luz Chacon. I'm a wellness coach and EFT or tapping practitioner. And I help women who struggle with stress and emotional eating to improve their relationship with food and with themselves so they can take back control of their food choices. If you've seen any of my videos or you follow me on social media or get my emails, you know that I'm an advocate of tapping. It's something that has changed my life, and it's something that I use with my clients because it's a very effective mind-body stress reduction modality that puts the power of stress reduction, of healing into your own hands. So it's so easy to use and it's so effective. There's been many research studies that have shown the benefits or the results, even with people who have PTSD, with veterans who've returned from war. It reduces their PTSD symptoms. So if it works with that population, you can imagine the results that you might get in using it. So today I thought I would do this video to demonstrate how to do it, because I'm always talking about doing it. And I thought I would show you the steps. Because again, it's something you can do yourself whenever you're starting to feel stressed, or if there's a limiting belief that's holding you back, or some emotional block. You may be feeling really angry and you're having a hard time letting go of the anger you feel towards somebody. Whatever emotional issue you want to release or shift in your life, it works with that. And it works with phobias. That's actually how it was created. A psychiatrist working with a patient who had an extreme water phobia, he was also learning about the meridian system, because that's what's used in EFT, and he suggested to her to tap on this particular point because this is associated with the stomach, and she was feeling the fear that she was experiencing, her fear of water as whatever feeling in her stomach, like I think nausea she was experiencing. And so sure enough, she started tapping here and her water phobia disappeared. I know it sounds miraculous, but he came up with like these very complex algorithms for different emotions. Somebody else by the name of Gary Craig, who was studying under him, simplified it so that it doesn't take a therapist or a psychiatrist to implement the technique. He made it simple so that anybody could use it. And again, it puts the power in your own hands. And the way it works is that it literally reduces the level of cortisol, which is a stress hormone. And it sends a calming signal to your nervous system, particularly the amygdala, which is an area of the emotional brain in what we call the limbic brain, which is kind of like our reptile brain. That is where our fight or flight response happens. So the amygdala is like an alert or an alarm system that lets us know that something is possibly threatening us and we need to go into fight or flight. And tapping sends a calming signal to the amygdala, letting your body know that you're safe and reducing the stress hormone. So let's actually do it. Now, to be most effective, it's important to think of a very specific event and even notice how you feel, what you feel in your body, the emotion or the physical sensations that you might feel. Like in the case of that person, Mary, who felt nausea in her stomach, that's how the fear of water felt for her. So since I'm doing this in a more general way for you, not working with you individually to know what emotional issue you want to work on or what the physical sensations are, it's going to be kind of general, but I'm going to do it in such a way where it's going to be applicable to most people, because we all experience stress, right? So I would invite you to think of a recent event that was stressful for you and really zone in on the specific event and the stress level and how you feel it in your body, because we always test the results by first identifying on a scale of 0 to 10, the level of intensity of your stress or whatever emotion you're going to work on. So in this case, stress, let's say it's at an 8. I mean, that's just an example, right? But we want to identify the intensity from 0 to 10, with 10 being the most intense and 0 being like you actually don't feel any stress at all, in which case you wouldn't be tapping. But anyway, so again, think of the stressful event that you maybe experienced recently, being as specific as possible. Notice where you feel it in your body. And as we tap, stay kind of tuned into that. But the way it works is we're going to do a setup statement on the side of the hand that we repeat 3 times. And then we're going to tap on all the different points. And I'm going to say a reminder phrase. So that in and of itself keeps you kind of tuned in to the feeling. And let me walk you through the points first so that you can follow along with me, that you can actually do the tapping round once we get there. But first, I want to show you the individual points so you're familiar. Again, we always start on the side of the hand using a setup statement that we formulate as, even though X, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Now, there can be variations to this, but we're just going to use the common setup statement, which is stated in that way. And so in other words, even though I feel this stress or this stressful thing happened to me, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. But you would replace that with whatever else you're tapping. And even pain, tapping works with pain. Even though I have this headache, I deeply and completely love and accept myself, etc. And then after repeating that 3 times while tapping side of the hand, we're going to go to the other tapping points. Some people start at the top of the head. Other people start at the eyebrow point. Doesn't really matter. We're going to hit all of the basic points. The eyebrow point is just right here where you're kind of near the bridge of your nose and where your eyebrow begins. And we're going to tap with a couple of fingers. You can tap on this side. You can tap on the other side. You can tap on both sides simultaneously, whatever you feel most comfortable. I tend to tap mostly on my right side with my right hand. Next point is the side of the eye where the eye socket begins, where the bone ends, right before the eye socket begins. Then under the eye, same thing, where the bone ends before the eye socket. And again, you can do both sides if you want, or the other side. Here we would only do with one hand. We wouldn't do this because we want to get in the middle with 2 fingers. Then we do the chin point, which is kind of where the crease is. So I'll show you from this side. And again, this one we only want to do with one hand. But or it could be the opposite, but in other words, not both. Then we have the collarbone point, which you could do with 2 hands. Some people even do it like this. You can be in the general location, but to be specific, we have this indentation that's kind of like a U. We go about 1 inch down and about 1 inch over. And that's where we would tap on either side or both, or like this. And then the underarm point is about 4 inches from our armpit. On women, that's about where your bra strap is. On men, it's kind of where the nipple line is. And then lastly, the top of the head, and we can do it like with these fingers. We can do it with both hands. So those are the points. And it's, again, it's a very simple technique. Once you kind of learn and memorize the points, one easy way to memorize it that people say is like, think of it like a question mark if you're starting with the eyebrow, because you're going in kind of in a circular from here to here to here to here to here. So it's kind of the shape of a question mark, right? In terms of the face points. And then from there, collar, armpit, top of head. All right, so I invite you to join me in doing this round of tapping. Think of a stressful incident or event. Notice what that stress feels like in your body. Give it a number on a scale of 0 to 10. And now join me in tapping. I'm going to pause briefly after every few words to allow you to repeat them, because we want to verbalize the feelings. If you're in a place where maybe you can't do that, at least think them in your head. But ideally, when you tap, you do want to verbalize. Let's get started. Even though this stressful thing happened to me, and I feel the tension in my body, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Even though I feel the stress in my body, whenever I think about this stressful event, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Even though this stressful event happened to me, and I'm thinking about it right now and noticing the stress I feel in my body, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Now we're going to go to the other points. All of this stress, this stressful thing that happened, it really stressed me out. And just remembering it, I feel tension in my body. In fact, I feel the tension in my stomach. This uncomfortable feeling of stress in my stomach. All this tension. All this stress. I feel it in my body. Whenever I think about that event, I feel the stress. And I know it's my body's way of trying to protect me. So I honor my body's reaction. And I let my body know that it's safe to relax. Even though this stressful thing happened, I'm safe in this moment. It's safe to relax. I release the stress. And I give my body permission to relax. I'm safe in this moment. It's safe to relax. Take a deep breath. Tune back into your body and notice if there's been a shift. How does your body feel now? What number would you give to the stress? Did it go down? If you were an 8, maybe now you're at a 3 or a 4, a 5. Sometimes the number goes down. Sometimes it doesn't. If it doesn't go down, it could be there's other aspects that you need to tap on. Maybe what you're really feeling now is worry. Worry that whatever stressful situation is going to continue, or maybe worrying about what the consequences might be. So then you would do another round tapping on that. Or you can tap on the stress again if your number didn't go below, let's say, a 3. If it's over a 3, then you might want to tap again, saying, even though I still feel this stress, I deeply and completely love and accept myself, etc. You would continue the same process. Or, like I said, if it turns out that there were other things that came up for you, like maybe, oh, what's really going on is I'm worried, or whatever the case may be, if some other aspect or feeling or thought, emotion, sensation came up, then now tap specifically on that. But again, being specific is really the key to it working well. Feel free to post your comments in this video, letting me know what you experienced. Did your number change? Did you feel a shift? Or if you have any questions, feel free to post them there. Thanks for watching, and as always, I wish you salud y alegría, health and joy. Bye-bye.